are beautiful.
Oh, you did say. You did
Yeah,
say.
I tweeted it out so people could watch us. And actually, I meant to tell you. I'll tell you and Alex later. We got some feedback on the startup stand up from one of our friends and followers, David Diber,
Yeah,
who you may not know, but
I know.
were you in the Starbucks Odyssey interview with him?
Not at the interview, but I know who he is. We're
Okay.
friends.
He gave us some feedback on the startup stand up in the direction that we we might consider cleaning it up a bit. That it was a bit crude. And he said, obviously, you guys are. He's an incredibly professional individual in terms of how he writes stuff. He's very tactful. And we've said it before, but maybe I just wanted to talk about it here at the start of the thing. Our intention with this is obviously to show people a peek behind the scenes, to be very unfiltered. We talked about it like reality TV. And so hopefully people don't find the way we are, if we curse or if we do, I don't know. I'm not going to do drugs on the stream. I don't do a lot of drugs.
Doing the
Nicotine every now and then, but I feel like that's our general consensus is we don't want to be so, right? We don't want to be so polished and concerned about everything we have to say. I want people looking, who might buy the book to be like, wow, Evan, he's a great guy. But I behave on the stream the way I would behave on stage or whatever. So I don't know. I'll share it with you guys later, but I was thinking about it. It's on my mind. Oh, did you see I've got a piece of hemlock on my hat? I texted Alex. I had a leaf on my hat and I was like, bro, I'm evolving. I think I'm role playing in the simulation as Radagast the Brown, and I've leveled up because now I've got leaves in my hat. Like next stage is like bird poop or something,
That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't think we should be editing ourselves. I mean, I think that authenticity is what people are into, and it would be weird to look back on this and be like, wow, we were really trying too hard with these, stand-up meetings. I think we should just keep it focused on trying to get into that state of flow where we come up with the best ideas personally.
Yeah, I agree. So then let's talk about it. If you had a chance to look at, I don't know what's on your agenda. I wanted to touch the feedback from Kaio. I told you I'm making this app. I thought we could share it with the alpha testers. Maybe after we do the contest today and give them stuff, maybe we can send them a follow-up email if there's folks who didn't fill out the feedback form, or thank you to the people who did, and go to this place to claim your app kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Go good. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll send you some copy that you can maybe just put in a quick email to them.
To who? Oh, to the people, to the alpha testers?
The alpha testers. Yeah. I saw that Kyle had posted the feedback. And I saw the one, did you retweet that? That was pretty cool. Like Tristan and the other guy racing for time. The 4-minute time, I was pretty impressed with that.
I know. But I'm about to go live.
For time.
Make sure. Okay. Yeah. Looks like we're good.
I was pretty impressed.
All right.
We're live. That was like my only thing I wanted to know if you guys got the feedback, if you had looked at it, if anything was concerning to you, or if Alex had read it.
Let's go through it. Because he was, I saw that Kyle had posted a bunch in Discord.
Yeah, he said, "Good morning, guys. Here are the feedbacks we received." My Kyle impression is still underway. But we had a really pissed guy that gave us 3 reviews with lower scores, so I figured that it really affected the results. We only got 13 cards.
Okay.
And I'm looking through them now. Might be easier to see this in a spreadsheet.
Yeah. The emails that I got were just kind of like, how do I get started kind of thing. I'm not sure. Maybe he just didn't click the arrow, I guess. But yeah, okay. All right, so we're good with that. You want to check the check what we got on Discord, or if not, I can share.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm on Discord. I wasn't sharing the screen. Let me share the screen real quick.
Okay.
I'm right there. So I might put this into, I don't know, a spreadsheet or something later, because it's hard to just look at them like this. Is it coming up? Yeah, there it is. Hang on. It's hard to look at them one at a time. You know what I mean? And see what the scores are.
Yeah, okay. That's all right. What's that
Here's
say?
from Jower. He loved the feel of the game, brings back memories, found it harder to get through the first bits without dying. Solved the code more by chance. Overall, loved it.
Okay.
This is the guy who was competing with Tristan for the best time. Features an interesting speedrun mechanic. He gave a suggestion that enemies could return after a certain time, increasing the difficulty and challenge. Could also create more puzzles that need certain conditions to pass. Overall, fun and exciting. Shaz.
Shats.
Oh, Shats? Well, his Discord name is Shaz.
Oh, he put the TV.
Shaz, Shats, Shots. Shots.
Probably shots. Yeah.
Nice game. 2 things. Oh, especially when 2 movement keys are being pressed. The movement.
Yeah.
I noticed that too. It's like if he's walking left and you hit up, he kind of like just keeps walking left. Is that Alex?
Yeah.
Sure is. Hey, man.
Oh, rip.
I removed him. Sorry, bro. How you doing?
So good.
We were just we hadn't had a chance to really look at the feedback yet, so I just brought it up on the stream from Discord, and we were literally just reading reviews. I was saying it might be helpful that I can make this into a spreadsheet or something so we can see it side by side instead of one at a time.
No, it's cool. I read them all.
You read them all? Okay.
Yep.
This is my first time that I'm touching them. Hang on, that was shots. Land Shark. Oh, this person has given lots of feedback because he said, and last one. Let's see if we can find his first one. Land Shark 5. Here we go. Frustrated, stuck walking around with jack to do. Why would you give me a heads up about the robots after I already killed 2 of them trying to run? I think I blew up the wrong stuff. No more bots will spam. Can't get anywhere past the puzzle guy. No healing potions. No way to restart. That guy is frustrated. Okay, got past the puzzle. Sorry, Land Shark Fi. Oh, he didn't know you could click the runes. No idea what the tornado is or how to activate it. Hated the laser room. This game can go fuck itself.
Oh, basically.
Okay.
Oh, he actually did say that. Yeah, no, it's right there.
It's right there. He really said it. He really said it.
That's so funny. He's so mad. Oh, this is great. If it is,
I have been playing games since they really looked this way, guys. This one is more frustrating than fun so far. Sorry. And the final comment from Landshark Fight is, I like that his scores got better though. He gave us all 1s in the first one, and now he gave us 6, 6, 4, 2. That it could be worse for an average of what's 18 divided by 4? An average of just over 4.
Dude, this dude's been playing video games since they looked this way, and he didn't opt to maybe think, hey, I could just click the one thing that popped up on screen as a tornado. Like,
yeah, but you know what? It's very subtle and it's gray at first, and I don't think there's anything that says click the button in the, you know what I mean? Like, we don't spell it out, to be fair.
I'm just saying, if he's calling himself an OG, act like an OG, because they didn't.
Laser puzzle was better once I figured out the graphics are cute. Music, sound effects are fine. That's like every review I've ever read for a movie or play. They spend all their time on everything and then give a line to the sound. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Can you go back to that one? I want to just finish reading that one.
Yep. Oh, I apologize.
Either explain it better or make the space bar. Yeah, that's good feedback. Why is it only available when it's chasing you? Because it's on auto. It's on like auto aim. Yeah. I mean, he's just pointing out the kinks of the MVP that we all knew were there. Like we all talked about all these issues, but we did it in a week. So
yeah, I think in the email it's worth iterating that. What's that, Alex?
Said we didn't include any of the text that was written about what this product was essentially. So it's no surprise that people who didn't follow along or read everything would think that it was supposed to be like, I don't want to say polished product, but like something that was with some degree of finality instead of what it is.
Yeah, I think for sure when we send them a thank you email, we'll say, a lot of you raised issues we're thinking about solutions for. This is an MVP. Check out the disclaimer we're posting later today. I think we should post that disclaimer somewhere and direct people to it when we take it public and just keep pointing back to it and saying, hey, because it's very thorough but concise and lets people know. I mean, I think that's our challenge, is letting people know, like, guys, this is not the game. This is just, we need your feedback.
Yeah.
Are you good with that, Mac? I'm sorry, I just clicked off of it.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to the next. Craig Mo looks like. Oh yes, love it when my eyes work. Enjoyable. Pop-ups pause your player, but enemies still move. Ooh. Yeah, and the attack button is clunky. I have had many times where my tornadoes get caught on a wall, or they shoot an enemy that is further from me, and I get hit by an enemy that's closer to me.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm more concerned with it. Did people even find it in its current form fun?
Fun, right?
That's what I was asking in the other one we can go to, which is like, can people see themselves playing this long term?
Yeah. If we fix these problems,
right.
If the story played out and you got more stuff, would you play it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a comment. One of the new ones. It's not in this batch of screenshots, I don't believe.
Okay.
That came in very recently. Just commented on the fact that the time trial aspect was fun. We never really thought about that as a mode. It was sort of like an idea to get people to play the MVP, but perhaps it's worth investigating to create, because I mean, that's a much more simple type of thing. You make something progressively more and more challenging and complex, and there's time trial aspects.
The only thing with that though is that, like, in order to get the fastest time, you kind of have to click through the text boxes, which is the whole educational bit of it.
No, sure. It would be couldn't be like the entire thing, but a mode,
All right.
I feel like the lowest score that I'm seeing tend to be ease of use and fun. So people didn't necessarily elaborate on fun in their responses, but when there is a low score, it seems to be fun.
Well, when you finish up with these, I can show you the Google form responses too. There's
this person gave us straight 10s. I love it. Look forward to the next stages. RPG is the best way to pass the time. This game is so much fun. Look forward to what's yet to come. Wow. That's very kind.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to, I wanted to see this too. This is his sessions and the bounce rate. And I don't remember if Kyle said the bounce rate is just who clicks away before completing. If it's, if that's how many minutes before they bounced, is that what that is? On the y-axis, is that minutes before they bounced?
I'm guessing.
Or is it just percent? I think it must just be percent average based on if it's an 18%.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, I wonder when it becomes a bounce, when a click away becomes a bounce. Okay, you got the the googly? Let me stop sharing.
Let me present.
Alex, is that bird song in your life, or is that you, Mac?
No, it's not me.
Nice.
We don't allow birds in this HOA community.
Dude, did you tell him about earthing?
Oh yeah, Alex and I have talked about earthing. Alex is obviously, Alex is going to be down with that. But I figured you would too, Radagast.
Oh, yeah, I'm so down with it. But like I said to you earlier, it used to be that there wasn't a word for it because that's just what you did. You just did it.
It's called
standing. So I come at earthing from like not like I just discovered this, I guess, but like Yeah. It happens, man.
Been a fan for years.
Yeah. OG Earther.
I think the first time I like consciously was like, I'm gonna do this, and whatever, was in the like Redwood National Forest up like in the Seattle area, walking around, and I was like, let's see what all this is about, because at that point I was like very much into like the whole barefoot thing and like trying to wear shoes that were, and I still have them, like just like more minimal, just because I don't like really big.
Do you have the Vibrams, the 5 fingers?
Had them for many years. I actually used to cliff jump and scuba dive in those because they could go in and out of like fins more easily, and it was easier.
God, they're so stinky. Did yours get stinky? Everyone I talk to, theirs gets so stinky.
I mean, you gotta take care of them. And plus, mine not so much, because I did run in them like a lot, but I also swam in them and was in the lake.
Did you wear the socks?
I had them, but I almost never used them because I just hated it.
Unless you were sleeping.
Unless I was
in your foot shoes.
Socks I couldn't do. Christina hated them with a fiery passion.
Yeah, I hated them too. I was like, the fuck is this?
Dude, I was watching a video yesterday. Well, all this earthing talk makes me think of this video that I was watching. And it was this dude in Africa, and they were in like straight huts, like they were taking showers, bucket showers outside. And this dude is also some sort of like fitness influencer, and he's just incredibly shredded.
Are you talking about Troy Casey? Certified health nut Troy Casey?
No.
Get 50? Oh, okay.
No, it's this big black dude. He looks like a bod spray like model. It's incredible, honestly. A lot of respect to him. But but I was saying to Amber, I was like, dude, I bet this dude in this village couldn't even find a cheesecake if his life depended on it. That dude's got it easy. Like he doesn't have any sort of temptation. There's no like sugars or sweets that would even be around.
McDonald's,
like, here. Yeah, you go to a 7-Eleven, there's 87 different versions of like zebra cakes, But anyways, unique perspective.
Yeah. Okay.
The dude in Africa without a house and shoes has got it easy. Just kidding, everyone, if you're watching.
Hot take.
A hot take. I know. No, I'm just making a joke. But I think the comments were saying that he definitely doesn't live in the village. He lives in the city, but he travels to the village.
Hey, man.
One last this too much, but did you already give Evan a walkthrough of your new dwelling?
No.
I haven't got the walkthrough. I'm admiring this room that you're in right now. All this sunlight, man.
Yeah, it's nice. This is the. I mean, it looks jank, but I'll take you around. Because there's just shit all over the floor. You know what I mean?
See a door. Pick any random door and let me see it.
It's got knobs.
Doors.
Knobs.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Living a high life now.
Here, this is, well, since we're at it.
Yeah, man.
This is my favorite part. You go out, you look out back. Maybe you can see.
Oh, yeah.
There is look at all those mangoes, those succulent droppings. Yep.
Wait a second. Is that all? Is your yard fenced in and stuff?
Yeah, on 3 sides. So, kind of by default. So, and then we got pomegranate and mango trees back there. They're little guys.
Wow.
And then we got to build it just a little like cutoff on the sides. But yeah, this is the kitchen with the area. You guys got to come down for the baby shower.
That's the plan.
Yeah, dude.
This is the kind of family room. This is the entryway.
Dig it.
And then
it's super light.
This is so hard to. This is the dining room. And then in here, this thing has already crammed my head hard. So
it's like a noggin rocker.
I want to put the piano eventually, grand piano, and then in here, and I got to change this, but in here is going to be my office.
Hey, there's my bed.
And then bam. Yeah. Your bed is going to have to move to the piano room because your bed takes up a big fucking amount of space. This thing is like, in here, and then I'm standing in here. There's only like 6 feet from here to the wall. So it's got to go. Maybe you guys can help me out though. I need to put some kind of decoration on that because that's going to be the shot. And then here will be the desk. So in the mornings, you'll see me like this, and then I'll have some kind of like cool shit behind me. And then we got a whole bunch of stuff upstairs. So
that's great, man. Great space.
Thank you.
Yeah, good for you guys.
Really excited. I was telling Evan when we came in here, Alex, that we met like 4 people just with even just like showing up here. Everyone's like just out in their lawn, just like, howdy, neighbor. So so far so good. But yeah, let me get into this.
Yeah, hit that Google form.
Let me go for this. Okay, so feedback. How did you like the game demo? Looks like a standard bell curve here. I don't know what this 3 count 2 thing means. Oh,
It
4,
means that
3, 4, 5.
that's how many people responded with that answer. 2 people responded, 3 out of 5.
So yeah, 60 of them completed it, 40 didn't. Okay, so they like the beating people's other high scores better, potentially. Did spend 40 minutes. It's D's. What was your favorite part? A lot. So here it goes. Wow. Loves the art, storyline, intriguing enough. Whoever this person was, they really liked it. Ends with a serious cliffhanger after playing the demo. So many questions about where the storyline is going. This person's well spoken. Interesting. I feel like I'm playing a game of Clue. Although there is a set path from the beginning to end, you still have to navigate through different areas as there are multiple ways to progress, specifically before entering the laser room. Please do more of this. Interesting. Outside puzzle has me scratching my head as first. Clever way of hiding things in plain sight. Environment is well built. Speed running the demo is a lot of fun. Okay. This person said, didn't really like it, but applaud your attempt. Simple controls and challenging. Okay. Puzzle in the beginning to help the wind.
Was their favorite part? I see.
Yeah. Also the hidden items. And then nostalgia brought me back to my childhood. Okay. Least favorite part. This is what I'm kind of more interested in.
Mm-hmm.
The bots killed me multiple times. Okay. This guy's just a noob. No instructions, no weapons that I could see to protect myself from the things that attacked. Yeah, fair. Couldn't get away from the bots. Lol, finally found the code, but couldn't figure out how to change the code. Clear instructions would make it more fun than just running away. Okay. Inside, it was just timing and mazes to locate items and trek back to the guide. I agree. Sometimes the shooting of the wind, especially in the hallway leading up, I was either doing it wrong or I would just get immediately cornered and lose like 1 or 2 bars to just timing and the fact that the wind dies if it hits a wall or laser. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. There's definitely like some instances there where if you're too close to the wall, the blast will like get hung up and it'll dissipate on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then if they come at you in that hallway with the lasers on either side, obviously they can run through the lasers, but you can't. And there's literally not even enough time to kill.
Hate that.
By the
I just
time
hate that.
In between the 2 lasers at you.
Yeah, there was one time I was testing it most recently, and I got the 3rd item and was on my way back to the guide, and I missed an enemy that hadn't spawned, and it spawned and it killed me, and I had to respawn at the start of the laser room and do the whole thing. I was so mad. I said to Kyle, I was like, everything's good. I'm just gonna say it's good. I'm not doing it again.
This is interesting. This person had the 9-year-old play, and she got too discouraged to even make it to the wind.
That's super helpful.
Mm-hmm. Music was really the least favorite part, but mainly because I couldn't mute it and play my own music to get me pumped while playing. So install a mute button so this person can play the final countdown on loop.
Love it.
To get them hyped. Okay. What can we improve on or make you more excited about the game? When bots destroy walls, such as pillars, it might be help, to create clearer paths by indicating openings. Yeah. Wandering around a bit. Yeah, I knew that would happen.
Yeah. Said that from the beginning that pillars, even the crumble down ones, are so classic. Like, don't even try to go here because this is obviously a barrier.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, that's a tough one because we could only trigger text boxes by going to a certain square.
Yep.
Card colors shown on the screens next to the locked doors are displayed as solid red, even though each locked door requires a different card. Yeah, I like that.
make it color coordinated. Hello. The players in a fight don't trigger the dialogue. Only when the fight is over, show the dialogue. Interesting. Yeah. The puzzle at the beginning was great. Do more of those. I found it extremely clever to use environments more than once in a sense that the player has no choice but to turn back and find clues that she may have not seen at first. Okay. I'm not a computer WASD gamer, and I don't have a game controller, so probably nothing. But making it so that they don't have to click X every time something wants to talk to me would be a good start. Okay.
Yep.
Intro level to familiarize controls. Yeah, that's a good idea. Recharge energy and perhaps defeat the bots with a stun gun. Oh, yeah, I like that too. Just kind of baptism by fire, doesn't it? You trigger the bot before you get to the pop-up text. Your character freezes, but the bots keep on and zap you. Great concept. Love to see you develop it more.
I feel pretty heartened by that, all that feedback. Oh, wait, there's more.
Yeah, 2 more. I didn't find any hidden items. I do wonder if I missed some or if there were any. I played a game called Love You to Bits, and there would be items on every level, and you could find to unlock extra backstory images / video. I spent a lot of time combing the edges and trying to get between pillars. Curious to know if others did find the hidden items. That's the sort of thing I like, puzzles and finding hidden things others run past. By the way, we have to take a lot of this with a grain of salt because we attracted puzzle people.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So normies may not like that very much. I feel like this fourth person is Tori. I don't know, though. Maybe it's Neil with the 9-year-old.
His are 8 and 11.
Oh, okay. We're playing Clue. We're trying to find out who these anonymous.
Yeah, but don't you just love? I have to say, as an aside, I freaking love that we're speculating and we know who the people probably are. And I'm like, oh no, Neil's kids are 8 and 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wholesome.
It's wholesome, man. I love that.
Real quick, Tristan is insane, and he's the one. I think he's in first place speedrun. Yeah, the dude's sub 5 minutes now.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Like 4:30, and he just sent me a video of him doing it. And I'm like, bro, he's like proof that it's real. He screen recorded the entire evolution and sent it to me.
Proof that
that's
it's
cool. I like that.
That's
you
great.
Can tell how strategically. Like, I realize that one of the things I do that he's not doing is managing exactly what his health is at, and whenever he can save a minute or a second or two by just taking a hit to his health, knowing that he won't get hit by the next one. He's like, yeah, I can eat this one. So he won't even try to wait for a laser beam or whatever to go to run through the laser every time if he has the health to spare.
That's smart. That's next level.
I hope we can get some footage of that. Some of that footage you sent you. I would like that.
It makes me think of it. I'm annoyed that I didn't really think about the aspect before, but there's a saying in Magic, life is a resource. And whenever you play black, typically you're really fast and loose with your life total, and you use to burn your own life down to do extra shit. And it's a strategy because I can save it on the back end, or I've got life gain coming later or whatever. Yeah, he just ate another laser because he's got enough health left. And
that's great. All right, well, now we have to make some decisions because now that we have this game, do we have enough? Well, I guess we still need to open it up to the public, really.
Yeah. Yep.
To be honest, though, I don't know how many more people are going to play it, because I feel like the people who are most motivated are the ones who already signed up to be alpha testers. But either way, today at 3, I'll check the leaderboard. If I'm on the road or for some reason, I don't think I should be. We're going to leave here and head back to the place and then pick up the last remaining stuff. But if I can, I'll text one of you guys if you could just take a gander at it. Mm-hmm. And then, we'll have the leaderboard for who to award the money to. We got to give everyone the boo thing or whatever.
Yep.
And the PO app that Evan's making.
I made just a little PO app for him for all the alpha testers.
And then I guess later today, then we want to launch the public. The public.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to be driving. I'm not sure when. I'm at my mom's house. I'm going to my grandparents' house to stay there for a couple of days, and so we're driving down, and there's probably 1 or 2 minutes on the drive I won't have connection. And it's possible it'll be during the REIT meeting, but I can definitely help with the tweet coverage. When I get you the POAP, I'll send you some copy that's got the very simple instructions.
Cool.
And I'm happy to handle, if we've got the link or whatever, posting of, hey, it's public, it's live. Go check it out. And I'm going to send a message in our chat just to say to everybody, like, architect. I wish there was a way to @architect minus the machine, because I know he's pissed about it. But just be like, hey, can you guys read this before we meet? Because, like, I love everyone and we'd be happy to do this again. But it'd probably be a lot faster if we all came to the meeting saying, here's our takeaways.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to hear what Kaio says in terms of, like, okay, maybe we need to still gather feedback, but we want to start addressing these people. And I feel like there's a list we need to make of what's our priority to develop next. What's the timeline look like? I know we're concerned about budgeting and getting Kaio paid for the build out and possibly getting other resources or whatever. But I'd be interested to start having that conversation about a timeline or those kind of things. What's doable and what's a good expectation for us? And then how can we set it for them?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky. I was talking to Mason last night and he said he really liked it too.
Nice.
But I just told him, I was like, we're in a tricky spot. Actually, I was having this conversation with Amber. Like, imagine if you are an artist and you make, I don't know, some kind of, crafty crayon art, and everyone like loves it. And they start going wild for your shit. And they're like, oh my God, I can't get enough of this crayon art. And then a year and a half later, everyone decides they hate it. They want nothing to do with crayons. And you're like, well, what the fuck? I'm still making the crayon art. You know what I mean? What changed? And nothing changed. It's just that people don't like your crayon art anymore. And that's kind of like what we're dealing with right now. Because I was telling him, like, and when I was talking to all the people at Bitcoin Miami, we have to figure out if this is the industry that we lead with right now, because I still think we're making awesome products, but if it says NFT or Web3 on it, will people ever give a shit, in this current mode? So that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now, is do we want to try and go for like a different audience? Is there a more traditional approach to marketing games and books soon to be than we're used to? Because the playbook that we've operated from is, Twitter and social media. Maybe it's something different for the more traditional things. Maybe it's more about getting on different platforms and talking to people in Facebook groups,
Yeah, I'm sure that there are other options that would probably be better suited for this kind of stuff. It's hard to say. There's an interesting like dilemma that I'm watching on like crypto Twitter and stuff, where the large profiles, the people of note, and by that I just mean the people with all of the basic PFPs that have a bajillion followers that just say things, and that's typically then what everyone else, whatever they say, it's what the degens believe.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, they're all just bemoaning the state of affairs in the NFT and crypto space right now, and they're all saying that there is nothing out there that offers anything different, and that's why it sucks. And I'm like, I literally commented on 2 or 3 of them the other day. One of them was NFT God, and he didn't say anything, which I thought was interesting because he often replies to stuff. I was just like, I couldn't disagree with this more, because there is a bunch of really interesting shit out there. I see multiple of these example projects all the time, and they just have no followers, and none of you people give a shit because you're not looking for them.
Yeah.
You're literally just sitting here bitching about how there's no good projects just for the engagement of other down in the dumps and bag holding degens, but you're not making any kind of an honest effort to look for anything interesting. So what are you ultimately bitching about here? I was like, this isn't a knock because all of you are doing it. But like, we've been posting all of this kind of stuff for pushing 2 years now. And it's never really gotten the kind of attention. And I know you people see it because all of you guys like all my shit because you're like happy reply guys. And I don't understand, like, where is this coming from? Or do you actually care? Are you actually interested in finding something else? Because if you are, then let me talk to you for 10 minutes and I'll show you all kinds of shit. And you can tell me if this is what you're talking about or not.
I think what I interpreted as partially is that a lot of the stuff we're doing is just getting off the ground in the sense of you can touch it now, in terms of Founders Forge, in terms of, we're still iterating the idea of Shoup to people who can help us build it the way we want. And I just think there's so much information for people to consume that there is a barrier to their understanding what we're doing. And they won't understand it as easily as if they can swipe a credit card and process a payment and receive the benefit. You know what I mean? Credit cards work partially because they're so darn easy. Everyone was so skeptical at first, and then it was just so easy to use. Everybody used it. They tested it. It didn't break anymore. And I don't think we have a solution like that yet. I also think that while we're really agile, obviously, because we're small and nimble, and we're not as agile as, like, I don't know, a one-person lemonade stand business where you can just pick up and move the next day and your product is like there in a cup for people to take or leave. Our product requires some explanation, and even the stuff we're building, like these experiences that anybody can try that you don't need to know about an NFT. I don't know. I think marketing those things, viral moments, are good. I don't think we need to be in a Facebook group, but I do think we need to be consistent in pushing a product and trying to find the people who care about it and then getting them to help us. It's hard to build out a game. It's hard to build out a book. It's not like Lemonade, or honestly, even like, JPEGs in a hot market, or JPEGs with promise and cool utility attached when people are interested in speculating.
It's just it's a tricky one because people who capitalized on all of that during the time when the markets were hot and built a product attached to a JPEG and then delivered it exactly as they intended, and to either meet or exceed everyone else's expectations who bought in to speculate, that value that they cared about then didn't translate to now. So even if you're a project who did everything you said you were going to do, you're still not crushing it right now because no one cares about the large, like, picture anymore.
Yeah. Well, and I'm starting
to like not look at that as your track record when you're then talking to those same people again, because they're disappointed with everything that happened because the entire space crashed. It had nothing to do with the quality or caliber of the project, and they all just need money.
And I'm starting to worry that the use cases that we're going to see are going to be the Starbuckses, are going to be the NBA or whatever. And soon, people like us who are like Web3, blockchain, NFTs are going to be as much of a minority as we are now. But instead of those people looking to us as experts, they're going to look at us as some kind of pariah because of our affiliation with those people. And instead of saying, like, oh, you understand this technology, help us implement it, I almost worry that we're like outside where the loop of progress is going, if that makes sense, by leaning into that identity. Because the people who use an NFT because they bought a Ticketmaster ticket, they're not gonna look and talk like us. They're gonna look and talk different.
You know what I kind of think of it as? When you go to the grocery store and there's somebody outside, or even the cashier is like, hey, do you want to donate $1 to help end cancer?
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't have enough time to go into how effective that charity really is, or if it's actually going to help cancer, but it sounds nice, but you just don't have the mental capacity to be like, nah, I'm not going to fucking donate anything today.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like what we're doing right now. Like, people realize that helping the next generation and, establishing, comms and fun ways to learn about the future is good, but they don't have enough time to focus outside of their normal base needs, which I think is what NFTs were really good at one point and less so now. People want that selfish kind of need to just get rich or have fun. Which is why I think that we just need to,
really lean into that. I think we need to like just have a heart to heart with ourselves and say, look, NFTs, when the market turns around, we can always say, look, we've been OGs. We've been here since the beginning, right? Because look at what we've done. Look at how we started. But in the meantime, I'm kind of in your camp, Evan, where like I worried that we might get left behind if we're still trying to push this same thing the whole time. You know, there are other products that people need more immediately. And it's the question of, do we stick to our guns and just eat shit for the next several years until the market comes back? Or do we try and turn a profit with something that is fun and good and still in our avenue, in our lane, you know, that we're passionate about doing, but, you know, wait for the product to have product market fit when it's two parts of that equation. It's product and market. Even if we have an amazing product, no one's going to give a shit if the market doesn't like it.
I feel like our language will signal to people. I tend to use blockchain or Web3 still, NFTs in a lot of communications, because I think eventually it will lay the foundation that will prove to people we have been here since the beginning. Yeah. But in the short term and the medium term, I never use that language when I talk to people. I don't use that language when I talk to my mom, unless I'm teaching her about Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think, you know, what is the experience we're creating? What is the product that delivers it? And how do we make that fun? How do we make it easy or better, or, you know, money or time or whatever you care about? That's what we're going to give you.
Yeah. The other thing is it would make our products and launching them a lot simpler. Like if we were just creating a game and the whole purpose was to have fun with it, that would simplify a lot of things. It's kind of like baggage, trying to make it educational in nature and built for a certain audience. You know what I mean? What if we were just like, let's just make something that people enjoy? Or on the book side, right? The book is not really tethered to anything right now, which is great. It has nothing to do with Web3, AI, anything. It's basically just an inspirational kids book, right? So I'm curious to see how that does as well, because that's an untethered asset that could be potentially good. And I'm interested in rolling that out and starting to get feedback on that too. But again, I don't know if the Twitter route is going to sell us that book. I think we need to get on Pinterest. I think we need to get on Facebook. We need to talk to, you know, book suppliers, agents, all that kind of shit, and just see once we start getting this thing illustrated.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's really the next step is now that we have this game, we've been so focused on the you know, the beta level, the MVP, that I don't know about you guys, but I haven't really considered, okay, what if we got like middle of the road feedback? I was kind of hoping that they were going to love it or hate it. And it's like, okay, they hate it. Cool. We could find something else. But we're finding pretty consistent, like, yeah, this could be pretty good. It's like, well, fuck, that doesn't help me at all.
You know, though, I think that's good because I think it affirms, I think people like, but they just need to see more. Like the script needs to be more. The gameplay needs to be more. The all of it. The music needs to be more.
Yeah,
I feel like the people, what they like, a lot of people like the feel. They like the look. And they like the gameplay. I don't know. I just think there's not much there. My initial impression, and I have never tested a game, so I don't know if this is what it's always like, but there's just not much for me to react to.
Yeah.
You know? It's like watching a really short clip of, I don't know, some political dude out of context, and you get one soundbite. And you don't really know what their platform is. You don't really know what they're about. Maybe it moves you. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
But
if you see Donald Trump every day, you get triggered.
Speaking of political, do you know who David Pakman is?
Yes.
Does he not remind you of Evan 130%? Oh my God.
Did you send me one of this guy's videos?
I might have.
I've been watching David on YouTube for probably 5 or 6 years now.
Is it spelled Pakman like Pac-Man?
Right? Like, yeah. Dude, I swear to God, you guys are like soul cousins, because the way he argues with people is exactly your style. It's the like waterboard him with kindness. Like
watch any clip from his interview with, who's that brain dead moron that has a show, Jesse something.
The black guy.
The guy who literally looks like
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Is that his name? I don't know.
I don't know. I see.
I had a stroke a little bit.
He's
I
got
went-
to be one of the stupidest people I've ever
The
watched.
conservative guy.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy looks like he's had a stroke.
Yes.
I don't know. He made
Yes,
it looks.
that guy. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
there's the very first video is him arguing with this guy.
Yeah,
David Pakman talking to this guy.
Watching
So I have
him
to watch it.
argue with that guy was the same thing as watching you talk to DGen Derek. It's the same level of like person with a clue talking to a brain dead brick.
It's like extra dimensional aliens trying to communicate with an American from, Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm from Kentucky, so I can say that. Also, Evan, or Alex, have you seen the ones where he has Patrick Bet David on his show?
Yeah.
Those are even better because Patrick Bet David is a step above in terms of like awareness and consciousness, but he still just takes him to school because you can tell when these interviewees get like all hot and bothered, you know what I mean? Like, oh, in your world, I don't know, I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? And then he just crushes them. He just crushes.
He's brilliant. I've watched him for many years, and he's really like taken off very recently on like the bigger stage. Like I think he did Lex Friedman very recently.
That's
and
cool.
He did Joe Rogan. He's done.
Wow.
He's been on Ben Shapiro's show. He's been on multiple like large, massive cable news. Like Fox, MSNBC, CNN, all that kind of stuff. He's done all of those circuits. And I don't know why he talked to Jesse, but I assume it's because it was like a really good opportunity for, I don't know.
Evan would do the same.
I would absolutely listen. If I got the chance to talk to DJ and Derek and 1,000 people were watching, I would take it every single.
But you also did acquiesce to me after the last time that we spoke to him that you were like, that went on too long. I feel bad. It was like a Nobel laureate talking to a preschooler and then feeling good about walking away from the debate on top. It was like the deck was so stacked against him. The dude can't, given every avenue for success, the dude can't string a sentence together.
It was not a good use of other people's attention after a while.
It wasn't a good use of any time, any attention, anything. You would have been better off going and
the planet suffered a net loss from that event, basically.
Yeah. A dinosaur died.
I was feeling my brain fall out of my ears.
Some fucking neutron star that has people on it floated elsewhere in the universe.
Yeah, I have to watch this guy. I would love to have a platform like that where I could just, talk to people about all those kind of things, about the stuff we do. I've been posting a couple more TikToks. I've got another one to go today to tell people about, check out this game. It's going to be fun and cool. But
okay, let's talk about that.
TikTok.
Because I want you guys to do this with me.
Okay.
I was talking to I think we all have different niches, but I'll share the conversation that I had. Basically, the thesis of this whole talk is I want you guys to make YouTube videos. You're both content creators. You've done TikTok. TikTok, like the NFT world, is not happening right now. And you both have great setups. So just hit record on YouTube and make a longer form piece of content and just start sending it out there, because that's our biggest asset. We have followerships that a lot of people really, really would be happy with. And it's hard to build that up.
Yeah,
we don't have that on YouTube yet, but I think that if we each do our own thing, Evan, you're not always talking about crypto, and that's good. I think you should do whatever works best for content. Like I was asking Adam Charles, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's always in BitBoy's crew, but he was the one who moderated the talk where that lady from the audience was haggling.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Heckling.
Heckling,
I know who you're talking about, though. The guy. Yeah.
Yes.
He moderated a second talk between them at a conference I was at. I saw.
Yeah. So he's kind of everywhere. He's got a big Telegram group that he runs that I'm in with all the, YouTube influencers and stuff. And whenever we party, all of the YouTube people are there. So I had some really good conversations, but, he's also run and worked with a number of social media influencers. And so I was asking him, I was like, dude, I'm about to move into this new house and I want to get YouTube started. What do you suggest? Because I don't, I've heard from, the crypto nights that crypto content is not converting well. And he said, the thing is that
right now and in the future, all of these companies that are in crypto are not able to basically have websites that tell people what they do. They either do way too much or they do it in a very, very like vague way that no one can understand. And so what do? They Google it, and the YouTube video explaining that pops up. And that's where you come into play. That's how you get paid, because you take complex ideas and make it easy to understand for people. And that is what will make you really valuable in the future.
Wow.
He was saying to basically double down on the crypto content, because I was unsure. I was like, I don't know if I want to do crypto or, like, I mean, obviously crypto, yes, but I didn't know if I want to do like half and half, but he was saying to do that. And I think that that's something that we could all do. Yes. But I think we also need to intersperse it with our niches. I think Joshua Jake, even though he makes not as much crypto content, he's got kind of a good strategy where he does like 1 out of every 4 videos, he says, I haven't seen him in a while, of crypto. The rest is like current event and news, but people follow him for that shit, So it's kind of like the foot in the door technique. You get them interested, and then you slip them a little, hit them, give them a little nug of crypto, of little baggie of NFT.
Little gram.
Make sure to click the not for kids box on the YouTube settings for this this one.
Yeah, no, I did. You're good. Every time.
Yeah, that's my spiel. So I know we have a lot going on, but I think that you guys, I think that Alex, I think you're both better for long form content.
I know I am, for sure.
Yeah.
It's hurt me on TikTok. Definitely the fact that I can't do the bite-sized stuff very effectively, but the only thing that's ever kept me out of YouTube, which is not a good excuse, is like that I keep telling myself that I don't have like the time to put the video together to like, cause it just in my head, it has this different barrier of like needs to be edited differently or whatever. Like TikTok is such a, brain dead send that it just like seems like, oh, I know that I can confidently sit down for 15 minutes and make a compelling TikTok. But then I need to remind myself that 1, the payoff is better. So it's probably worth it. And 2, one of my favorite YouTubers, literally, like, he's never edited anything in his life. His whole video is him going, and then it starts with him pulling his hand back from hitting record, and then he talks at it for like 5 to 15 minutes, and then he goes, "All right, see ya," and he turns it off, and that's the whole video.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And the dude, I mean, it's Bo of the 5th column. You guys would both fucking love him.
Does he have a good setup though? Good lighting, sound equipment, all that?
Oh my God, no! It's literally like his camera on a tripod in his garage.
All right. Fuck that guy. We can't draw data from that then.
No. I don't know. I feel like the content creators I like the best too are the most real like that. I saw a guy the other day who was sitting by a fire, old guy, cowboy, and he had the look. So like, that helps you get intrigued. Like a studio is a look, but his look was like, had a knife, had a piece of wood, had a cowboy hat on, and it looked like it was his real uniform.
That's funny.
And he took about 3 seconds before he started and just went, so no hook. And he was like, I often get asked by young men what I would do if I was. And that's like his whole shtick is he drinks coffee, whittles stuff, and talks to you. And it's so unproduced. And he's got like, 600,000 followers or something.
Here, Mac, I sent you his channel. Looking at it like, yeah, there's a light and his setup is deliberate, but it's literally just the backdrop of his garage. But the dude is a genius. So like he will catch you off guard. He caught me off guard, and even after I knew who he was, sometimes in his videos it would still.
Oh yeah, he looks like if Nate the TikTok homesteader and Duck Dynasty, name it, had a baby.
Yeah,
just expect that.
He has gigantic big brain takes on every current event.
And really? I love that his videos are all let's talk about. That's for me the thing that I struggle with on TikTok or YouTube or anything, that I feel like I do too much in too many different places, and that can help you establish a brand. But like the Keith Lee example, that guy starts every video the exact same way, super low produced. Yep. It's got the same framing, the same title. Or like there's a chef I like who is always wearing a chef coat, and he usually has a baseball hat, and he's like, all right, let's go. Reaction. Some fucking cook is trying to whatever. He's very crude. And he's always reviewing people.
No, Mac, you would like him a lot. He reviews 2 things: really good looking food TikTok content, and then really, really, really bad stuff. And he just shreds them. And then his video gets taken down for bullying, and it's
but it's just him like kind of looking like down at the camera, duetting a video, and it's the same
I've seen
every
that.
single time.
It's-
And he's got a cookbook coming out. He's got whole brand deals, millions of followers, and
he just
I
quit his
just.
job. Yeah, to do that.
And for me, like I think people when they follow me, they know what they're going to get, like they know what to expect, but I don't think it's you could say it in 3 words yet. And I feel like
you're a vibe, but
You know.
but that's one thing that Adam was saying as well. It's like, he said that the moment you feel like you have to do something or you have to make a video for your followers or whatever, you're doing your people a disservice, which I thought was prescient. He basically said these people are following you because of your personality, and or your looks and your vibe. So you should use that to your advantage and just be there. Just be your personality. Be your authentic self. So I don't know. I think that we should lean into that. If the 3 of us are taking separate kind of like individual angles, to do that, that is good. And then we kind of converge on these things that we collaborate, like the book, like the game, like anything else. And I know it feels like I've been thinking about what you said, Evan, that, we kind of pivot a lot, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's all we can do. We've been trying to. The one thing that we haven't really been pivoting is the industry that we're in.
Yeah, and I'm not a maxi. I feel like I'm with you. My industry, I want my product and my industry to be me and us. Faceless Labs is future oriented. We're innovative. We're engaging, fun, help you learn stuff that has made our lives better. And if you're interested in it, could make your life better too. So come hang out. And your flavor is different than my flavor is different than your flavor. And I think that's the thing. I don't think it has to be blockchain. I think it happened to be blockchain because that's where we were at that time when we were learning and benefiting. And I think it will continue to be. But AI is a big part of it. I'm really interested in exploring, earthing now. Again, you know what I mean?
Who knows? I think we should just make Venn diagrams of everything, really.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do this. I haven't sat down and had a meeting with myself where I really do that, review it and plan it. This whole year I've been saying since January, you got to do it. I usually do it every year like you guys do. Yeah. But I haven't yet.
Yeah, do that. And if you guys haven't watched the YC videos yet, please do that. There's still a couple more I need to watch, but just, I know you guys watched a couple, but I think if we try and get through all of them, it'll kind of reset our mind because we've been stuck on this Web3 angle, and we have a great community. We need to keep that going, of course, but in terms of like bringing money in the door, that's really all we need to focus on. That's all that matters, really,
Okay, so what do we need to get off the table before we meet today, aside from the Future Founders stuff, Founders Forge stuff?
Let's just lay it out. So we have the alpha testing being done.
Yeah.
We need to open it to the public. Let's just do that today.
Yeah. I'm going to complete the POAP, send you the summary. Here's how to claim it.
What's that?
I know I was waving to Amber. Hi, Amber.
In like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'll try and go somewhere else. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just laying it out. Do you need to move? You need to
I might. Amber's telling me there's a repairman coming soon, but anyways, yeah. So open it up to the public. I guess we can probably do that today. We're talking to the REITs later at 4, right?
Yep.
And then team meeting at 5. So the things that we have to do is basically wrap up the marketing of the game and come to a conclusion on that, and then get started with the marketing of the book and see how people like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we do simple things just like how to sell a kid's book, like even looking at case studies for the most successful children's book. Like, how did you do it? Obviously, a part of that would be getting on Amazon, looking at how to get it printed at bulk and what those kind of numbers look like.
And then I'm still waiting on a couple people. I think Mihir, Michael, and Joe are the ones who haven't weighed in on what artwork is their favorite for the cover yet.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Once we get that, we should post it. We should be sure to be posting it on Instagram at least. And I don't think it would be bad eventually to have a Facebook page for the book. Just a Facebook page for Rise Up, the book.
Okay.
As opposed to Future Founders. Well, I don't think our community gathers there, but I think people would gather there for the book. Adults, moms.
Yeah, parents are there. They're in Pinterest.
Did you talk to Neil yet? Did you get those prompts?
Yes, I did. I just didn't send them to you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I will send them to you now or later today. Yeah.
We can kind of tweak that and see.
And it was on my list. I didn't get to it to do this program Comic Life, where you can kind of like face swap so the characters look the same in every drawing, and you can animate some stuff and you can rearrange some stuff. Using that plus Midjourney is something that I think seems promising. Okay. I just haven't watched the video yet. It's on my to-do list.
Okay.
Right at the top. Once I get to my grandparents' house, I might not do it tonight after the meeting, but I will certainly do it tomorrow.
But the basic structure is we come up with a layout, a storyboard of a bunch of pictures, and then we put words to the pictures, and then we say, okay, here's all the things, go print it out.
Yeah. That's basically it. They'll send us a template. Whoever the bookseller is, they will send us a template. We will populate the template. We will return it to them according to their instructions. They'll do a proof for us. That's a digital proof. They'll do a physical proof for us. And depending on who we go with, how custom or whatever it is, there will be different kinds of options. A lot of stock options, though. And then we get it. We approve it. They print it.
Okay.
And that process, I have never done it for a book, but I've done it for a lot of physical products. And once you have communication established, it takes usually 3 to 5 days to get, pricing information, initial contact templates and stuff. You load your template, you put it back if you've got all the art and stuff ready. There might be some adjustments over a week or two of iterations, and then another week or two, possibly tops, for them to produce the book, send it to you, and then you approve it. So, it could be a pretty quick turnaround, like a month or so. Okay. Maybe even sooner. Once we get the art ready, that's the time thing. The art is the time.
Did we decide that we're going to do a portrait style?
I would prefer to do a portrait style and make it kind of big, like not. I'm looking around for a book. I don't have any of my books.
I don't know. This might be a little too big. Yeah. I've got a long face too.
Yeah, so. maybe a little thinner and a little shorter than that. Yeah. I think it should be tall, and a little bit. It should be bigger than a piece of paper and bigger than like a, but not quite that big.
Bigger than an iPad Pro.
Bigger than an iPad Pro, probably. I don't know. I've never seen one. Who do you think I am?
I know you're not up on new technology, but this is a pretty sweet one, dude. It's been out for a few years.
Okay,
Mack, I need you to tell me how big that is using iPhone 3s as a reference.
Yeah, it's 2.5.
Or hands. I can do the measurement in hands.
iPhone 3. So Evan can understand.
Yeah, I'll get a book but if we see a publisher and see their options, that's another thing that's high on my list to do. Is I would like to call a literary agent or two and just see. Yeah. In my network, who knows one.
You know what you should do? I bet this has happened to them before, but when they say hello, just start with the first line of the book and just read the whole book.
They'll be like, sir, I'm just a secretary, sir.
Yeah. And then afterwards, just pause and just wait for them to react and just say, that was pretty good, right? You could have this story.
Could be yours.
Yeah.
You weren't recording, were you? Yeah, no, I need to talk to them. And then I also think that there are some publishers. I am not sure how legal it is, but I think most publishers, you just can't represent yourself. So if I was going to call a publisher, hypothetically, I would say, my name is Alex Popovich. I represent Mr. Evan Mann. With Faceless Labs, we're becoming a book agency. This is our first client. He's very promising. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just explore it. It's on my list to explore that this week. All those avenues, self-publishing, the bestseller lists. But I do think we should just start sharing the art styles. And I think we should hit them on, Instagram. Maybe I can make a Facebook page. And we can just start rolling.
Instagram will be nice to share because we have the swipe function. You can choose like what's your favorite 1 through 9. But the problem is we don't have as many followers over there. So I think we need to attack it from different angles. Sure, we can make a Facebook page. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and on the Instagram, I can read the story. I can just be like, hey, how long can you do videos for on Instagram? Can you do a 3-minute video?
On a post, I believe you can, yeah.
Okay. I will make a post then reading the book where I just say like, hey, it's me. I'm Evan, and here is Rise Up. It's your new favorite book. Everybody snuggled in? I don't know. I'll think about it and make it cute, but I'll just read in the book.
Do we want to? When? Before the artwork or afterwards?
Sometime. I don't know. I feel like if people don't know the story, it's harder to get excited for it. I feel like that's one attack vector is you can read in the story, and one attack vector is you can show them the artwork side by side. If they don't have any context for the artwork, though, you know what I mean. I don't know. I feel like the story is the container that gives you the context, but it's one vector. And I'm with you guys. I've thought about it more. I was talking to Kim about it. I don't think we should make it CC0 until after we publish. I think people need to love it and need to love it that we gave it to them.
Yeah.
And then they will be able to appreciate making it something. I'm not as worried about someone stealing it, but recency is so powerful. People just don't know us or care about us.
Yeah.
Yet.
That's the thing. Yeah, we still got to act like we're just, little Oliver Twists begging for some porridge.
Yeah. And I do think it is a good tactic that once we get some physical books, we just drop them in a bookstore and put them right front and center, just guerrilla style. Everybody takes 10 copies and drops them in a bookstore. And when they take them to the cash register and the person says, you're the 5th person who's tried to buy this and I can't find it in our system, there's a thing on the inside that says to order more copies, call Faceless Labs.
Yeah.
I think that could work.
Or we could do the German climate protesters and just have a bunch of books and just stop traffic, 2-lane traffic for like hours.
and read them to people.
International community angry at us, but yeah, we'll be holding the books. They're like, they're like, we got to go to work. And we're just like, read the book. That'd be great.
When you said German climate protest, I thought for sure you were going to say I should chain myself to something.
Oh yeah,
like a building.
Maybe.
I was like,
maybe
what?
you and Alex can like handcuff each other and just be stuck to each other for the whole 24 hours. They did.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah, Alex, what do you think? Do you think about we print out a physical copy of the book and all 3 of us just go and block 2-lane traffic in some country? And
I think I'm just going to get myself like 30 copies of it and then burn a wheelbarrow full of books.
Yeah.
Let's get it banned, man.
I was going to say, I guarantee if we read it to a conservative, we could get it banned.
Yeah, and I actually think there might be kind of a marketing campaign that we could do around, like, there's this book called Rise Up, and it's teaching your kids to, you know what I mean? Like outrage marketing that misses the point and makes people want to read it. I feel like there's some possibility to do something there.
You know what I could see as a very viable sell strategy? We send this bitch to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's going to look at this book. We need to protect our Second Amendment. Guarantee it.
Dude, listen, the first thing that Christina said feedback wise is that one of the reasons that she thinks that the book can succeed is because that anyone can read it and extrapolate from its vagueness whatever their mission is. Like she's like, I can read it, immediately be fired up about the climate crisis and social justice. But you could also give it to Sam. And I was like, God, that's fucking brilliant. He's my old neighbor when I lived in the yurt. He's a pastor. He has like 1,000+ people in his congregation. And she was like, and they could totally read this and extrapolate from it that they're supposed to like carry the will of Jesus and do all that stuff. And I was like, dude, Sam is a G, by the way. I love talking to that dude. He's like the one guy who tiny tangent. So he's a Methodist. and the church just like split. They're like going through a civil war right now.
They are.
Because the old schools are really doubling down on their homophobic bullshit, and the new school Methodists are like, why can't gay guys be priests, and why can't they, like, because he has this whole thing. He's like, I don't care who you are or what you do, like, you're always welcome to be here. That's kind of the whole point of this religion.
As long as you love me, baby.
Dude, meanwhile, Catholics can't even get a woman to do anything other than be a nun. Lol.
I know. So the whole church is basically splitting, and like he has like his own church that he owns, and he's like the head dude or whatever, and he's New School Methodist. I don't know what it's actually supposed to be called, but
I think it's Reformed Methodist.
Yeah,
United Methodist and Reformed
like
Methodist.
He brought in like a psychiatrist to do a talk with him once that was all about like kids in schools and school violence and how to handle it and stuff. And he's done like anti-Blue Lives Matter stuff and like all this other kind of crap that just like, he was like, I was just trying to get all the fucking Trump supporters out of my building, and it worked. They all left.
Yeah, we should definitely do that though. Like the Marjorie Taylor Greene idea.
Yeah.
This book could easily be given to him and read like at his thing, and I guarantee that his people would fucking love it.
I feel like we should send one letter that says this is outrageous, you know, some liberal is doing this, and then another one that says this is how we protect our rights. Every gun carrying person needs to read this book to their children, and like just watch the. I feel like that could be really fun. For about $100, I bet we could have a lot of fun, and I bet we could get some people to just be outraged about it.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, people will be outraged about anything.
Okay, I'm writing it down. It's the Global Methodist Church.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Do you have some idea or belief set that's loosely based on fact and you're willing to die for it? Pick up this book.
Do you care more about your values than you do about other people's right to express theirs?
Then boy, do we have a book for you. Yeah.
Double down and rise up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do we need to prepare anything for the REITs today? I need to clarify in case anyone's ever watching this in the future. Our HIT is Rose Holman Institute of Technology. We're calling them the REITs, but we realize that could sound like we're casting aspersions on their
extremely problematic. Real quick,
and
that's just occurred to me hearing you say it out loud, because we've been seeing it written down.
Yeah, I love that phrase.
Before somebody cancels us,
yeah,
the REITs are new interns.
Let's not call them the REITs today. let's warm them up. Let's get them into the bathwater before we start calling them our REITs.
I mean, we have great acronyms. We have RUMs. We got REITs. We got that's how we do stuff. We got it. Otherwise, anyway. Do we need to prepare anything for them?
No. I don't think so. We're basically just kind of outlining the program and talking about like schedules and where they're going to be and all that kind of stuff, right?
I think so, and I imagine they might have a question or two about, okay, but what is it? What are we building? What do you need from us? And
the one question we may want to prepare is who's going to manage us, or who's going to be our
that's a great question.
Leader, and we don't have a set answer for that yet.
I mean, if we went on like the basic delegation of responsibilities in the C-suite as we have it, it would be in my purview to do that.
Yeah. The reason we're not challenging that, but I know where Mack's coming from. How can we make it easier for you to do that and not demand so much of your time?
Not necessarily, because
spend your time on it, Alex.
Mack doesn't give a shit about that.
No. That's not what I'm refuting. I'm refuting that it would fall under your purview, because I think that if anything, for the majority of the stuff that we do with TFM, initially it was Michael project managing, and then it was me. So I was working with Tanner and Trevor for the most part, and Willem. And then Willem.
Yeah, but talking about, since it's an operational thing, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm cool with it, but I think that I have the most project management experience, so I've got a good amount of experience learning how to speak to developers.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Took some time to learn. Yeah. It's a different mindset. You really got to be thorough and use things like Jira and stuff like that. So I'm totally cool doing it.
We definitely need to get a list from them of what, if they have a software platform that they're used to or that they would prefer, or if not, then great, we can get them on whatever.
Yeah,
we have to do.
Jiro's good. I'm sure they've used Jiro before, but maybe a combination of me and Michael on that, and then non-technical stuff, of course. You know, Alex.
Well, the other thing that is helpful is my dad sounds like he's willing to pitch in, which would be good.
Cool.
I'm going to talk to him today, and then just because we do have some time, my mom this is her career for the last 30 years. And she's like, if you guys have anything that you would need help with that I can do, you can send me a list and I'll do stuff, because she's retiring in 2 weeks and she's bored.
Good for her. Education has been her. What kind of things would she be available to even help with?
Well, she started off after getting her doctorate being a teacher, and she was a teacher for a while, all music theory. And then she switched from teaching to administration, and she worked she was an administrator at the Waldorf school that I went to for a while, and several others in that same genre. Then she switched back to university, and she worked in admissions for a long time with like the dean of admissions underneath there. And then she did foreign exchange programs and study abroad students in the Czech Republic for a while. But the main like crux of it has just been working with students at the collegiate level, working like she's like as an advisor or I know it's a fucking camera setting that I can't figure out. Admissions advisor or the faculty advisor for the music department, or helping kids like stack their schedules to better manage their time and do all that kind of stuff. So she does everything for students.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it could be tremendously helpful.
Yeah. Just in terms of even being like a good point of contact constantly for them, or helping like manage, because she's hyper organized and all that kind of stuff, which would help as well.
Okay. Yeah, that could be good.
She's willing and able if we have a list of stuff.
Do you guys feel good to switch over and do like a 5-minute recap that'll point people to this?
I got time. I was going to say my meeting with the G-Develop guy and Michael is in an hour.
And I know you got a handyman coming, Mack, but you think you can swing it? 5 minutes?
Yeah,
We'll just tell him what we talked about and get over to the big one?
Yeah.
The big one. Okay. Then I'm going to end this recording. Thanks, everybody, for coming to the Startup Stand-Up.
May 22nd.
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow's my birthday, by the way.
Holy
and
shit.
I am going to celebrate are we doing a stand-up tomorrow? We're not, because it's the day after a meeting.
Evan, I swear to God.
Good for you, dude.
I'm going to celebrate my birthday by finally committing our stand-up schedule to memory if it takes me all damn day. And we had a comment real quick. Before I end this, I'll just say,
I did it. Me.
RHITS.
Yeah.
RHITS. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I'll see you in the other one in just a minute. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.